Welcome to a stock market review for Wednesday, October 13th, 2021. Pretty interesting day today, actually. When you look at the top stocks that we track here in this Google sheet with a bunch of Google Finance formulas that query stock information, you see that the order of the stocks in which I say to purchase long call options on them, which is essentially purchasing contracts on them, assuming that the stock price will go up, that top down, we had almost a uniformly just like a descending day where the stocks I say to buy the most or for the that are the most below their potential quarterly strike price, these stocks went up the most almost in order. I mean, look at that. Moderna up 3.5% almost, 3.3. BioNTech up 2.3. Also, I'll continue to talk about why this technology is changing the human race for the better. Netflix is the only one that's kind of a little out of order here. I guess it should be about down here in seventh place because Canadian Solar does go up by 1.2%. I talked about them yesterday. I didn't buy an option in today, but I think I'll do it tomorrow. I'll probably do a video tomorrow. I'm helping other people that are getting interested in stock options trading. I'm going to get them involved in videos as well, so it'll be more than just me, and we can go over a lot of questions that I'm sure I just gloss over and don't even mention about stock options trading theory and assessment of financials and a list of other topics that really we should talk about to get in depth. But just looking at the list, I mean, Google recovers a little bit here, up over 27.50. Tesla continues like a steady accretion. This kind of movement for Tesla in the last month especially, but when we look here in the last, looks like the last 60 days, I mean, that is very resilient. People are realizing what's going on when you hire the best engineers and you're changing the way we travel, we use energy. There's a lot of things they're doing. Sherwin-Williams down, Domino's down, but a lot of good things at the top. So, I mean, just if every day is like this and you're buying long call options on these companies that I'm saying to buy, you have no choice but to be making money. You could probably be making significant money if you're doing that. So is there anything you want to talk about? I did some browsing today, and always throughout the day I like to sort this day change number, descending to see the companies that went up the most, to see if there's anything interesting in here. I see Lending Tree. I mean, maybe people aren't defaulting on their loans as much because home values keep going up. It's probably one of the reasons that industry did not really fall apart during a lot of this COVID unemployment recession, essentially, briefly. There wasn't too much of interest scrolling down. Like Schrodinger goes up 5%. Schrodinger's an interesting company, and I'll review them again. They're working in the same area of molecular design and kind of modeling cellular mechanisms and things to try to create drugs and therapeutics and things. However, they're a lot of theory and a lot of computer and not as much actively working in the environment the way that Moderna is, which ended up showing up right here, going up 3.3% today. And so I had invested in Schrodinger in the past, but I've just kind of been burned by them, and they're not profitable. So when I see them going up here, I still say I can review them today because I did actually review them today. I did look at their financials slightly today, and I'm going to say watch, but like they need to show sustained profits and patents. Basically, need to show sustained profits for 6 months plus. And bring new patented drugs to market, or to license them out, or license, right? However we spell the word license. I can never spell license right. License? I don't know. Maybe that's right. Okay, so I think that to see them up here, it doesn't make me think that they're coming back and have anything new. So as much as I want to like them, they're I actually have worked with models that are similar to what Schrodinger does. At least I've seen how their software essentially is designed slightly, and I really like the idea of what they're doing, but whether or not it's turning to anything in practice, I just haven't seen it yet, haven't seen it work. Is there anything A to Z where we look at the biggest losers? That's an interesting thing to look at. I saw some airlines on here getting hit, Delta, Spirit, right? Airlines are such a rough business, and I just don't know how they ever really maintain profitability in a highly regulated industry where you have to make sure you don't crash all the time. Like, it's too tough, and I don't like to invest in airlines, so it doesn't surprise me to see them on the downtrend here. Other than that, not much of interest, so we just kind of go back to look at our big list, which overall has a really good day for most stocks. Anything that went down was only small potatoes, less than 1%. And are there any big movers down here? SunOpt I wouldn't worry about. Target up 2%. I probably have their estimate a little low. As you can see, I haven't reviewed them since November of last year. It's been almost a year, so it's time for me to review them. It says need to review, so how about we do that tomorrow? And is there anything that I can recommend that you should do on Thursday? Well, I always say Moderna, and I will continue to say Moderna. I can just stop right there. I don't have to look further down. Well, Canadian Solar is probably something I'm going to look into as well. But when you see Moderna still right down here, and you know what they are doing, it just screams buy. So that's my advice: is buy some long call options on Moderna. Even if they're not that far out, you're probably going to make money on them. That's how things are looking for them. All right. Good luck, everyone. May all your trades be winning.